Don't mind my camera skills, I'm not that good. All right, so yeah, today is the day. Never Too Late Foundation Fighting for Recovery event, and we have all our volunteers in there, our amazing volunteers setting up, and we're gonna go check it out. Everybody did such an amazing job. Look, everybody worked very hard getting the thing set up. I'm very humbled right now. I'm very appreciative and I'm very grateful. Cannot thank you all enough. Thank you.
Okay, I want to thank everybody so far who's come out. This is our first event, and we're introducing ourselves to the community. We're the Never Too Late Foundation Incorporated. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we're here to offer hope and help to families of addicts and the addicts themselves to get them into treatment. My name is Pat. I am the Vice President and co-founder of Never Too Late. As some of you know, my son Todd is an addict, and 2.5 years ago, I had to play the tough love card with him, and he was just that better, and I had to stop all communication with him, because after 25 years of his drug abuse and all that he put me through and his brothers and sisters through, I had to make a decision for myself that I had to put myself first for a change and make some changes in my life. And the first change I made was to stop communication with my son, which is the hardest thing any parent has to do, is to do the tough love and tell your son or your daughter, I can't help you anymore. So for 3 months, I hadn't heard from my son. I wouldn't answer any phone calls, take any messages from anybody in regards to him, because I made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to do it, I was going to stand tough. And then while my son and I weren't speaking, I wrote a letter to him, and this letter was intended to be put into his coffin, because my feeling was I was going to get that phone call that I had to come and identify my son because he overdosed. So this is the letter I wrote to him. It says, "To my son, I am tired, weary, and become emotionally blind. I realize that I cannot help you. I have put my life on hold in the lives of your brothers and sisters. The guilt I have for all of you is immense. I feel guilt for you because I feel that somehow your addiction is my fault. But I go over and over it and try to figure it out to no avail. I have guilt for your brothers and your sister because they needed me, but all of my attention, all of my energy, and all of my thoughts and worries were 24/7 were all directed towards you. This has gone on for years now. I'm exhausted. I enlisted the help of people I didn't know to get you into rehab programs. So many programs, meetings, medications. I can't remember, as they've all just become together, run together anymore. Then you came home and went right back to the destructive behavior that's gotten you in trouble for so long. Why, I ask? I do understand your addiction because along with you, I became an addict to an enabling addiction. I understand that you couldn't help yourself as I couldn't stop enabling you. Every dollar I gave you, I gave up my social life for you. Friends are gone. I spent so much time on your addiction that I've forgotten everyone else, including myself. I haven't done anything for myself in a long time because I devoted my time to you, thinking I could be your miracle worker. I don't know how anymore. Your addictions consume me. Like I said earlier, I've become emotionally blind to everyone else and emotionally and monetarily enabled to you. This week I made the decision to completely remove any more communication with you. I had to send a message to you that I will no longer enable you to kill yourself. I can live with that more than I can live with the fact that that last $20 I gave you is what took your life. I have said many times over, a mother's love is unconditional, and mine for you will still remain. I just had to let go and realize you control you, and if you don't care enough to fix it, then I can't care enough to watch it. I love you with all my being. I just don't like you right now. Love, Mom." That was a letter that I had written to my son with the intention of placing it in his coffin. And I have to tell you today, I am more than blessed. My son, it will be 3 years clean August. My families have come together again. I've gotten my sisters back in my life, which because of his addiction became separated. So now what I want, tonight we wanted to bring this awareness to everybody that we are the Never Too Late Foundation Incorporated. We are here to stay, and we're gonna stay as long as it takes to end this addiction. So with that being said, I want to introduce you to the founder and president of the Never Too Late Foundation, my son, Todd.
If I gotta fix it. I had no idea she was gonna read that letter. I've read it before, and it chokes me up every time when I hear it. So, I usually don't write things down. I usually don't like write speeches, but I have so many people to thank tonight. Oh, by the way, my name is Todd. I almost forgot. In case you didn't know, sorry. Okay, so here it is, midnight, Sunday, the day after the event, and I am sitting down and I'm editing the video, and I had realized that I did not catch everybody who spoke. I was not able to record everybody who spoke at the event because I was unable to man the camera and make sure the batteries didn't die, which they did, including on my speech, my opening speech, the battery died. So I would like to acknowledge and thank the speakers that spoke, because rather than put just one or two or parts of the speeches that I was able to record into the video, I think it's fair just to not add any of it to the video. But I do want to acknowledge Joe Pangaro for speaking, Mayor Ducey, Captain Boyle, and Congressman Tom MacArthur. You guys did amazing. We are truly grateful that you showed up to the event and you shared with our audience. We're truly appreciative. What I am gonna add though is the two people that the foundation was able to help in the beginning. One which was Laura, and the second speaker which was Randy. So I really do apologize. Next event, maybe I'll try not to take on so much. I was doing a lot of running around. It was completely my fault, but we're truly grateful, and we hope that you guys will come speak at another event for us in the future. All right, guys, thank you. Now, and I'm super proud of her. I'm so blessed and so thankful that I got the chance to take this journey with her. Please welcome Laura Silva.
Hi everybody, my name is Laura, and I'm proud to say I am a recovering addict. I've spoken in front of people many times, and it never gets easier, all right? So just bear with me, I'm a bundle of nerves right now. But I'm so happy to be here. It's a pleasure to be here to share my experience with the foundation, and it's just amazing that I can wake up today and I have a life, and that, I didn't need to wake up today. I don't wake up today wondering what I'm gonna have to do today to get that next one. Like, who am I gonna have to hurt? What am I gonna have to do to myself and to my family just to get another one? It's possible, for a long time, I didn't think I was worthy of having a good life. The only thing that mattered was getting high, getting that next one, just to feel better. Like you said, not even to get high anymore. It was beyond that. And growing up, I never thought I would be in this position. I had dreams, I had aspirations, and being a junkie was not one of them. Somewhere along the line, I crossed over that invisible line, and it got bad. I was empty, my soul was empty. My family didn't want anything to do with me. I was a letdown. I have a beautiful daughter. She was scared to even be around me at one point. And I'm not a first-time winner. I did try this one other time, and I had hit rock bottom. And guess what? Rock bottoms can get worse. And for me, it got really, really bad. I'm not going to get into a war story, but what turned out to be the worst day of my life at the time turned out to be the best day of my life. I had to make a decision to do something different if I wanted to live, because I was knocking on death's door every time I put a needle in my arm. And I didn't want to live that way anymore. And I have a brother who's a recovering addict as well. He knows people who knows people, he networks, and somehow he knew of Todd. And one day, I had nothing left. I'm telling you, I probably would have been dead the next day. And he called me and said, listen, I want you to get on a bus and I want you to surrender. Are you ready to surrender? I had nothing left. I had no other option, die or surrender. And that's what I did. I surrendered. I said, what do I have to do? I had a little bit of faith left, thank God. I might have turned my back on my God, but he never turned his back on me. And it's because of my faith that I am where I am today. So, long story short, called my mother, who never turned her back on me. She stopped enabling me, yes, but she never turned her back on me. And when I was ready for a change, I called her. She got on a bus with me to meet Todd in Penn Station, and we took that ride up, and it was hard. It was hard. I was scared. I was afraid. Even though I had done this before, this time I just scared, I cried on my mom's shoulder on that bus ride up, but I had to do something different. So we met Todd, we met at Penn Station. Poor Todd, I know he's got a bad back, and I had 3 huge bags. I'm going to detox, and I got bags upon bags upon bags, and poor Todd, he held them all for me. And he stood with me the whole entire time. We went to a detox, and he didn't leave my side at all. And throughout those couple hours, he was able to share his experience with me, share his story with me, and he gave me some hope. Like there was some hope in his story, and I saw what he was doing, and I was like, man, if this guy can do it, there might be a little chance for me that I can do it. And I looked up to him. He's a role model, and I followed all the suggestions. He didn't leave my side in detox. I was there for hours before I got admitted, and he stood there the whole entire time with me. That's like some dedication right there. It really is. But eventually I got admitted, and he was off, and there I was alone in New York City by myself. It was my 36th birthday. Is my clean date. Okay, and I followed every suggestion. I didn't want to stay in New York. I wanted to come back to New Jersey, to Toms River. But guess what? That's what I did last time. And look what happened. The same thing. So I had to really put on my big girl pants and do something different. So I stayed in New York. I got into a 28-day program in the Bronx. That was scary too. I didn't want to go to the Bronx, really me, but it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. And I started listening just a little bit at that point. I started listening. I started respecting people, respecting the people who were trying to help me. Instead of being defiant and fighting everybody and doing all the wrong things, I started doing the right things. And I started noticing that once I started doing the right things started to happen, And it was 2 weeks into my stay at this detox, and my family lived far. They couldn't come see me in the beginning, but guess what? Todd came and visited me in rehab, So it was great, just to know that somebody cared enough to come visit me and see how I was doing. And he kind of guided me, this is what worked for me. This is what maybe you should do, and try getting into a halfway house somewhere in New York. Scary as it was, the stars aligned for me because I got admitted into one of the best halfway houses in New York City. It was on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and I hold that place dear to my heart. It was a bridge back to life. It really was. I spent a year in this halfway house. I was listening to everybody. I got a sponsor at that time as well, and she guided me. In the beginning it was a little rough. I can't say I was perfect in the beginning. Old behaviors come out, and but when those behaviors come out, you start realizing you don't feel good about it. I wanted to do esteemable things to make my self-esteem higher. And it took a year. I didn't work for that year. I stood in this halfway house. I did intensive outpatient therapy, group therapy, one-on-one therapy. I'm very active in a 12-step program, and for me, I believe meeting makers make it, and I'm still very involved. So I spent a year there, and now it was time. In that year too, Todd wasn't too far from me, so I got to know Todd a lot in that time, and I'm grateful because I can call him my friend today, and I'm so forever grateful for what he does and what he did for me. I helped somebody get into detox with this program, with the foundation. And just helping one person get help made me feel so good. I can't imagine how you must feel helping, what did you say, 214? Wow, it's amazing, man. Keep doing what you're doing because you keep getting what you're getting. Really. So there was a point in time where I had to leave this halfway house and I had to make a decision, what was I going to do with my life? I made a decision not to go back to people, places, and things. I just totally changed my whole life. And now, unfortunately, I do not live close to my daughter as much as I would love to. I'm an hour away from my daughter, but I know she knows that this is what mom needs in order to stay well. So I protect myself every day. I'm active in a 12-step program. I have a sponsor. I talk to people when I'm feeling a certain way. I know how to express my feelings today. And a day at a time, I don't pick up, and that's what works for me, Man, just having my family back is the most amazing feeling ever. My mother never turned her back on me. My daughter, so proud of this wonderful, wonderful child, and I'm just I'm so grateful that I could be a role model for her today, because it's so important for me to teach my daughter how to live, and I want her to go through what I went through, and I'm so proud, okay, baby? I love you so much, okay? So, I don't know, today my dreams are coming true. I'm so grateful to the Never Too Late Foundation. They're saving lives a person at a time. And I always say Todd's my angel, right? He threw me the life preserver. It was just up to me to swim to it, and I'm still swimming. Thank you so much.
That was amazing. I'm extremely proud of Laura and how far she's come, and it's been amazing to take this journey with her and watch her grow. The next individual I'm going to introduce is someone very special, not only to me, but to the foundation as well. He's been around since we helped get him into treatment in the very beginning, and he has been a huge supporter and a huge help ever since. And I'm so proud of the progress that he's made, and I'm so proud to call him a friend. Everybody, it's Randy Perry. Give him a round of applause.
Hi, my name's Randy. Recovering alcoholic. Never think I would ever say I was recovered. Would always sit there, avoid that I was an addict. I had everything, not to say everything handed to me, but everything a person ever wanted. Good job, young age. Lived on my own at a young age, did everything I was supposed to take care of my kids. But partied when I was young. The hardest thing I did was go to treatment. The day I left, my wife was pregnant, and I was there for the whole thing, and that was one of the hardest things I ever did. So, completed a year program, came home after a year in the program, and went to sober house, hated it. Worst one I ever went to in my life. But stuck it out. Went to an Oxford house, tried to find a decent job. Still struggling with old habits. I'm a cook, so I'm always around alcohol. But going to rehab made me realize a lot of things that I had to change about myself. And realizing that was the hardest thing, was changing yourself from a person that you hid for so long. And I worked on that, and actually 4 days will be 2 years. But now I have a good job, working with my wife, working things out, and things are looking good. So, if you really want it, you can do it. It's all on you. So, that's what I really said.
Yeah, thank you, Randy. Once again, I'm extremely proud of Randy. It wasn't he overcame a lot, and he stayed clean through all of it, which I'm extremely proud of him for. And I'm glad that we were able to help him every step of the way. Whenever he reached out and he needed help, even while staying clean, we were able to help Randy. But he did all the work himself, and I'm extremely proud. The next person I have. Oh, all right. Well, not right yet. I'll have the pleasure to introduce him in a little bit. I promise you that. All right. So before I forget, my cousin is going to kick my butt if I don't tell y'all. There is door prize tickets up there. Whoever has not filled one out or put one in the basket, we have some amazing door prizes to give away to everybody. The winner does have to be present. And we have some food back there, so whoever is hungry, you're welcome to go back and have some food and help yourself. And there's drinks in the back. We also have 2 resource tables in the back. We have Donna, who's representing YPR, which is an amazing organization. And we also have Roots to Addiction, which is another amazing organization, and which I have the great pleasure, this foundation has the great pleasure of working side by side with, and there's such a huge support. So if anyone has any questions for them, just go back and ask what they do, what service they provide, and how they can help. They're huge advocates and huge, they fight right alongside of us to help end this epidemic. Am I still waiting? Oh, you're good. All right. The next individual I have the esteemed pleasure to introduce, I feel like we're friends because I see him at so many events and I get the chance to talk to him and get to know him and get to find out how hard he fights to end this opioid epidemic. He is now the chair of the Opioid Task Force. I have the extreme pleasure to introduce to you Congressman Tom McCarthy.
Well, thank you, Todd. And yes, I like to think we're friends too. I do see you at many things, and your mom, Pat, wherever she went, there she is. Well, hello, friends. I'm happy to be here today. I guess I have lived long enough now to notice that we human beings seem to have a tendency towards addiction of all kinds. And some are more devastating than others. I think about one of my closest friends who never drank, never did drugs, never did anything. And he had a few things go wrong in his life, and suddenly he went in what for him was a totally different direction. And after some years lost his battle with addiction. And I know others that have fought their way back with help and been able to get into recovery. This current crisis with opioids, with synthetic opioids particularly, and heroin, is tearing our communities apart. And I'm not going to sit here and spout a bunch of statistics to you for a number of reasons. One, we all know them. We all know the death rates and the numbers. But two, sometimes I feel like we forget that it's not about a bunch of numbers. It's about one person. One person that you love, or maybe that one person is you, that is struggling with addiction. And I believe in second chances. That's why I'm here today. That's why I'm here to support Todd and Pat and all of you, because I believe in second chances, and I think sometimes we all need help in achieving those. It requires a lot of help from a lot of different sources. That's why I chair the Heroin Task Force in Congress. And we're doing some things that will help, perhaps, we hope, investing in evidence-based treatment programs, in veterans drug courts, because there's a terrible epidemic among our veterans. We're trying to equip and train local towns, local communities, local police forces, trying to give legal help when it comes to fighting this synthetic opioid issue. And lately, because unfortunately our administration's budget gutted HIDTA, high-intensity drug trafficking areas, and eliminated all funding. And I've been in the middle of trying to get Ocean County designated as a high-intensity drug trafficking area. It'll bring DEA agents here to Ocean County. It'll bring critical help to us. And so those are some of the things that I can do at the federal level. I think what matters much more to people is the help they get locally. And that's really why I'm here to support the Never Too Late Foundation.
Good. You got viewers, right? We're good? All right. The moment everybody has been waiting for. We are going to do the Disney Vacation Raffle right now. And we have the extreme pleasure of having the congressman pull the winning raffle ticket.
Make sure you spin it up.
I mean, it's got to be good.
Oh wait, one more couple of them.
They found their way through the slot.
Are you ready? All right, here we go.
And the winner of the $4,000 Disney vacation is Donna DuBois. She's probably not here right now, but on Facebook Live, congratulations to Donna DuBois, and thank you so much to the Congressman for pulling a winning ticket. Thank you.
I wanted to see it go crazy.
I know. Tom's River, they're from Tom's River. Tom's River, yeah. The telephone number
No.
Oh, the winning, like the number on the T1.
Hey, can we
I was just about to, that's crazy.
Call her live on
Can we
Facebook.
call her?
Call her live.
Oh, this was the person. Oh, that ticket number?
Here.
304.
You know what? Let's call them live on Facebook. Here you go. Here.
Wanna
Let's call her live on Facebook.
All right, let's improvise. Let's call her live on Facebook. We can have the congressman call her. All right.
Yeah, put her on speakerphone.
Put her by the mic.
Lisa, my sister sold the ticket, so I don't even know. Is that what it's 492? 492? I think it's a 492.
I think so.
All right, but we'll try it. I hope we're not prank calling like a winning vacation.
Put it on speaker.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, is Donna DuBois there?
Voice. Is that on speaker?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Speaker's on.
Hello?
Take it off speaker. Oh, they hung up on
They
it.
hung up on the congressman. That's crazy.
I have bad news, it's not the first time.
Is this okay?
Let's just dial again.
This time we won't call. We won't do it on speaker. Is this a 4? Someone please tell me if this is a 2. Because I 492.
492. 145.
All right. So and her name is Donna.
Donna.
All right, it's off speaker. We're not gonna be. It wasn't on speaker in the first place anyway.
Stop pranking me.
Answer machine.
Oh, leave a message.
Leave a message.
Leave a message.
It's Donna. We got 2 right. We got the number 2. We're good.
Hi, good afternoon, Donna. This is your Congressman, Tom MacArthur. I'm calling from the Outlaw Jumping Brook, and I want to turn this over to Todd from Never Too Late Foundation, who has an announcement he wants to make. Hold on, here's Todd.
Hello, Donna. Oh, I'm saying hello at the answer machine. All right, Donna. This is Todd with the Never Too Late Foundation. I just want to congratulate you. You are the winner of the $4,000 Disney vacation. So I will try you back again later. Hopefully you answer after you get the message. All right, Donna. Congratulations.
Yay.